So friends, the moment for which we were anxiously waiting is about to arrive in a few hours. Now this examination MHCT MBA 2022. Now we were waiting, or we were preparing for this particular examination since a lot of months. Of you, probably for the last time before this examination, to give you last minute tips, exam day guidelines, and how to basically attempt the paper. Now friends, in this session I am not going to tell you anything new. Yes, I am serious on this. I am not going to tell you anything new. Okay, so I know that all of you have prepared well for this examination, right? Yes, you all have prepared well for this examination. Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. So, Milind, is my reception is good? Are you able to clearly see and hear me? Come on, tell me. So before I'll continue this session, just all of you give me a thumbs up. Just write yes in the chat box if I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. Come on, give me a yes or a no if I'm clearly yes. So now I am clearly audible. So friends, what I was saying is we all have prepared well. Now you must give a tap on your back for amount of efforts that you have made for this examination, and I am here to give you the last minute tips to discuss the exam day guidelines and the paper attempting strategy, what the name of this session suggests. But actually, at this last moment I cannot teach you anything new. Now what we need to do at this moment is relax, stay calm, and making sure that whatever we have planned for ourselves, we are going to execute each and everything in these 150 minutes of the examination, right? So I'll be giving you very small tips so that you will not forget to basically apply all those things, apply all those strategies that you have devised for yourself in the actual examination. Now, in the heat of the moment, as soon as the exam starts, we tend to forget some of the things that we have decided for ourselves. So today I'll be telling you some of the basic hygiene factors that you can take care, that you can basically use in order to make sure that whatever you have planned for yourself, you are going to execute that. Okay? All right. Now, Sarika, you are asking, sir, where are you from? Sarika, I am from Delhi. Okay. All right. Fine, Ruchita, starting 2 minutes are not clear. Now it is absolutely clear. Great. All right. So now, first of all, let us understand the pattern of the examination and how are we planning to basically attempt this paper, right? We don't know in what form this paper will come, but we certainly know a few things about this examination, which are these factors. So mode of the examination, definitely it is going to be online. Yes. The number of questions will be 200, and we also know the rough amount of questions that will come from each and every section. Okay, duration of this examination, definitely it is 150 minutes. The type of questions, all these questions will be multiple choice questions having 5 options. And we can say that one thing which is good for us, that there is no negative marking in this examination. All right. Yes, Varun. So invigilation will also be strict, so that makes a lot of people nervous. But you don't like I'll tell you, don't care about the invigilator who is there in your examination hall में जो भी invigilator है, don't focus on that person. One simple reason, we are not going to do any kind of cheating in the examination, so we don't have to worry about all those factors, right? So please remove that kind of burden that you tend to take because of some additional factors. Try to remove, try to stay away from all those kind of burdens, right? So some of the highlights that we know about the examination will be these highlights. All right. Now, no matter the examination will have different sections, or it will not have different sections. The questions may be in jumbled manner. These are certain things, or these are certain amount of minutes that I would like to spend on each and every section. So if all the sections are segregated, all the sections are different, so let's say you have different section for logical reasoning, abstract reasoning, verbal RC, and quantitative aptitude, then you can devote these many minutes on all the four sections that we have. All right. So this is what I have already covered in one of the strategy sessions that I have taken. So this, I believe, can be the breakup of total 150 minutes that we have for the entire paper. So in logical reasoning, for 75 questions, I can say that there will be some questions on which I'll be spending 30 seconds. There'll be some questions in which on which I'll be spending around 45 seconds. But there will be certainly some questions which will consume more than 1 minute. So on an average, somewhere around 40 to 45 minutes can be spent on this section, taking care of around 40 to 45 questions. I'm not asking you to attempt all these questions. So keep scanning these 75 questions and just pick up only those questions which you feel that you'll be able to finish in less than 1 minute. You'll have to do for the entire paper. Okay, you'll have to do the same thing for the entire paper. Scan every question and make sure that you will attempt that question, you will finish that question in less than a minute, then only enter that question, otherwise leave that question. Okay, I'll also tell you the strategy how to attempt the paper. So first of all, section wise, abstract reasoning, we have already seen in a lot of my sessions that we can finish most of the question in less than 30 seconds. So you can devote somewhere around 10 to 15 minutes on this section. Similarly, for verbal RC, 30 to 35 minutes, and quant, 30 to 35 minutes. Right? Now, what I always do in these examinations, which does not have sectional time limits, I always keep 25 to 30 minutes buffer time. Okay, so I have a total of 150 minutes. So I'll try to finish this entire paper. I'll try to scan the entire paper in somewhere around 120, 125 or 130 minutes. So that the last 20-25 minutes can be spent on those questions which I feel are easier and I have left them in the examination. All right, so make sure that you are doing these particular things. Okay. Now, in case the entire paper is in jumbled manner, you don't have sections, the entire paper is in jumbled manner, the way we have seen in the last year, still the agenda, the motive should be to scan the entire paper in somewhere around 120 to 125 minutes. Accordingly, please take care of your speed and then spend the last 20-25 minutes which are left, which is a buffer time, and spend these 20-25 minutes on the questions which you have left earlier, which you feel that are easier, and they will help you in increasing your overall score. All right. Okay, now some of the things that you need to take care tomorrow in the morning or just before your examination is starting. So I'll tell you my personal experience, the things that I used to do when I used to take these MBA entrance examinations, in which I have made some kind of strategy and I want to follow those strategies, right? So at the beginning of the paper, as soon as I'll get a rough sheet, I'll write a few things on this rough sheet. Okay. Now these things will help me as a reminder during the examination. So let's say if I want to come out of a question in less than 2 minutes or in less than 1.5 minutes. So sometimes it happens that we are completely indulged in a particular question and it gets difficult for us to come out of that question, right? So this happens with a lot of us. Tell me, किस के साथ ऐसा होता है that once you enter the question, it gets difficult. You forget to come out of that question. I know, I understand there might be a lot of students. So the first thing that I write on this rough sheet is come out of the question in, let's say, 1.5 minutes. Leave, come out. Okay, because I don't want to forget this particular thing, I'll write it as the first point. All right. Also, in one of the strategy sessions that I have taken, I have told you the manner in which we should be attempting the paper, the way we should be using the facility of bookmarking a question. Generally, we tend to forget that. So, bookmark a question. So there is a button, there is an option of bookmarking a question, so that you will select all those questions which you think are easier doable, okay, but it will take more time, and you want to come back to those questions when you have time at the end of the paper. All right. So bookmark every question. Also, attempt every question. I'll write a few things. Okay, attempt every question. I'll write all these things on the rough sheet. Okay, tomorrow you are going to get enough amount of rough sheets. You can use one rough sheet. Don't think about the environment tomorrow in your examination. You can waste one rough sheet for your cause. Okay, so write all these things on the rough sheet and put it on the side of your computer screen. Don't use this rough sheet in the examination, right? So whatever you want, like whatever things you want to set as the reminder for yourself during the examination, write all those things on this sheet of paper in the first 1 minute of the examination and put it on the side of your computer screen. This will help you as a reminder for those remaining 149 minutes in the entire examination. All right. Okay. So you can do this particular thing. Now let's quickly have a look at some of the do's and don'ts for tomorrow's examination. Now, first and the foremost important thing, read the instructions carefully. Okay, so there might be some new kind of instructions which were not there in the previous year that will be there in this examination. All right. Also, I read instructions, all the instructions. So because instructions के लिए extra 5 minutes होते हैं, so I utilize these 5 minutes in reading all the instructions properly, so that my eyes will get set on the computer screen. It is as a warm up. You can take it as a warm up before the actual examination. All right. So if you start reading the first question immediately, so it will take your eyes some time to set. But if you have read all the instructions before the examination in those extra 5 or 10 minutes which are given for you to read the instructions, then your eyes will be set and you can just easily go through with the first question of the paper. All right. Second thing is, be ready for any kind of change, right? Now, if you are ready for any kind of change, then nothing will surprise you, nothing will shock you in tomorrow's examination, and you can start your examination in a normal manner, right? If you are expecting something, right? If you are going with a certain kind of mindset and you don't find that particular thing to happen in the examination, then you will be in a state of shock for a few minutes or a few seconds, and that will be the wastage of time. So be ready for any kind of change. These changes can be like any change, right? You may not find questions of any particular type in the examination. Fine, no problem. We will have 200 questions which we'll have to attempt in 150 minutes, and this paper is same for all the students. All right. So all the students will be evaluated on a similar difficulty level, on a similar type of examination for the next 3 days. So you don't have to worry about your examination, right? Okay. So it's better to be ready for any kind of change and not to go with any fixed mindset, right? The next important thing is, keep solving all the questions as they come. So this is one of the important part of the strategies that I have explained you earlier. So let's say you started with first question. You know how to do that. You have got the answer, mark the answer. Let's move to the second question. Second question, you know it, you solved it, you got the answer, marked it. Now let's say you went to the third question. Third question, like you are unable to understand anything about that third question. So you might take two different decisions on this question number three. Decision number one is, you will not come back to this question in the examination. Decision number two is, you may come back to this question if the time will permit. Okay. Now in both these scenarios, mark any of the options for this question All right. So let's say you mark option B for this question. Now, in case you decided not to come back, fine. Next, let's move on to the next number, next question number. Okay. But in case you decide to come back to this question towards the end of this examination, then mark the bookmark button. Press the bookmark button with this question so that you are segregating all those questions which you want to attempt towards the end of the examination. All right. So doing this, you have already marked the answer for this question. Obviously, it will be counted. Okay. In case you forget to come back to this question, you will not be at any kind of loss for this question. All right. So this is very important thing that you need to understand. All right. Next is, in case the paper is jumbled, then don't look or search for any specific type of questions. So let's say you are strong in puzzles, or you are strong in direction senses. So these questions, if they are in the examination, they will appear in sequence. All right. Don't just keep scrolling for those type of questions in the examination, right? It will waste a lot of your time. Okay. And the next most important thing is, the level of difficulty will vary in the examination. So try to maximize your genuine attempts. Okay, हर question पे fluke नहीं मारना, right? So you should try to maximize the number of your genuine attempts, because it is the number of genuine attempts that will decide your final score. All right. Okay. Now, a few variations or some of the surprises that you may see in tomorrow's examination. So मैं पहले ही बता देता हूँ, it may happen with you. Okay. So like I was saying that be ready for any kind of change, be ready for any kind of surprise. Don't be shocked if you do not see any kind of question. Don't be shocked if you see some more number of question of any particular type. So different kind of surprises can happen tomorrow. So there can be no separate sections. This will not be a surprise. This is a normal thing for all of us. We already know that this may happen this year. So don't be surprised if you don't see any separate sections. Another thing that may happen is there may not be any question of data interpretation. So this happened the last year. Okay, so no questions from data interpretation may come in QA section in any of these slots of this examination, right? No input output questions. We are expecting input output questions, five, at least one set of input output of 5 questions in logical reasoning section, and we don't find this particular thing. Don't be surprised. It may happen. All right. Likewise, you may not see any RC passage in the examination. So anything can happen. All right. Now, the overall difficulty level earlier, like last year, it was low. So it may also happen this year. Also, the level of difficulty may rise significantly. All right, it can be a surprise for you. So last year, the overall level of difficulty was low. This year, they may increase the level of difficulty, but you should not be surprised. You should not be tensed looking at that. All right. In case the level of difficulty is increased, then the cutoffs for different colleges will definitely fall, and all the students are taking the similar kind of examination, and relative marking will happen. So you don't have to worry in case the level of difficulty is increased. All right. So please take care of all these things. Right. Now, next thing is how to attempt the paper. Okay. So important things, once again, I will mention in front of all of you. The first foremost important point is attempt all the questions as they come. So like I told you earlier a lot of times, first question आया attempt करो, second question आया attempt कर दिया, third question आया I have attempted that. In case I'm unable to solve question number 4, still mark some option as your answer. Don't leave that question blank. All right. Also use the facility of bookmarking a question properly. All right. Next important thing is don't leave any questions unattempted, which I have already told you. Some of the students might think that we will attempt all the unattempted questions towards the last 5 minutes or maybe 4 minutes. But sometimes it happens that we forget to attempt those questions, or in the heat of the moment, like we don't get time because we are involved in solving some other questions towards the end. Now this is a computer based examination. You cannot tell the examiner to let you attempt those unattempted questions. This is a computer based examination, and the paper will get submitted automatically once 150 minutes are over. All right. So it is always better to keep attempting, to keep marking the flukes as the questions appear. All right. Okay. So important is mark all the flukes simultaneously. Don't think that you will attempt all those unattempted questions in the last 5 minutes. So this is the most important thing that you must understand while attempting this examination. All right. So making sure that I am not going to leave any question unattempted during the examination. Don't have negative marking, so you must attempt all 200 questions in this examination. Leaving even a single question unattempted is a sin, right? Okay. Now, the next thing is what to do now at this stage. So right now it's already 9:30 p.m. and from tomorrow the examination is going to start. So what should I do now in these last few minutes? The first very important thing, shut down your laptop immediately after the session is over. Don't get indulged in any other activities. All right. So make sure that you are shutting down your laptop, you are shutting down your phone, you are not on YouTube watching other sessions, you are not opening your notebooks to revise certain things. Now it is time to relax. All right. So you can listen to some music, you can watch a light movie. All right. Those students who have their examination tomorrow, just listen to some light music, have your dinner, and go to bed immediately. All right. So take a peaceful sleep, take a sound sleep, wake up in the morning with a fresh mindset and go for this examination. All right. So, yes, Shubham, 12 hours to go. Everything will be unfolded in these 12 hours. Reporting time is 7:30 है and paper is 9:30. So कब तक जाना है center पे? So reporting time is 7:30. So should not reach the center after 8 o'clock. So try to reach up till 8 o'clock or maximum 8:15. Okay. If you will leave late in the morning, then like probably if you'll not get your train, if you'll not get the bus, if you are traveling using a private vehicle, then probably you will get a flat tire in the morning. So try to like plan all the things in advance and try to leave your home as soon as possible. All right. So all the best to all of you for this examination. Please do tell me your feedback for this examination. How was your examination? We'll definitely meet once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. So I wish all the students who have watched all my sessions a very good luck for this examination. I want each and everyone to score maximum amount of marks to do their level best in this examination. And please do tell me about your feedback for this examination, those who have this examination in the first slot. All right, fine. So that's all from my side, my dear friends. Just understand, follow each and everything that I have told you and each and every strategy that you have made for yourself, right? So all the very best for your examination. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe our channel, and then press the bell icon to get all the notifications of all the upcoming sessions that are there for all of you in the future. Follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, join the Telegram channel, and do download the app from Google Play. Once again, thank you very much to all of you and all the very best for your examination. Have a good day. Bye bye.